Wealth, money, and prosperity. These are universal aspirations, yet attained by only a select few. Today, let's delve into your connection with wealth. Sound good? I'll begin by posing a question, and I encourage you to answer honestly, okay? Have you ever pondered why some individuals achieve riches while others grapple with perpetual debt and expenses year after year? Ever noticed a discrepancy? Why does formal education inundate us with knowledge we may never apply in life, yet overlook the subject of money? Why this imbalance? If schools prioritize financial literacy, perhaps you'd already be on a path to wealth. But if traditional education fell short, fret not. I'm here to fill in the gaps. Prepare for an enlightening journey where we'll unveil the inner workings of wealth, delving deeper than mere saving and investing. Let's explore realms of personal finance, entrepreneurship, and beyond. Are you ready to revolutionize your perspective on money? Let's begin with a fundamental question. Is money inherently good or bad? We've been conditioned to view money as inherently negative. It's time to challenge those beliefs. Often in media, the wealthy are depicted as morally bankrupt, leading some to believe that pursuing wealth equates to sacrificing integrity. However, money itself is neutral. It's our actions that imbue it with meaning. Money merely amplifies our choices. Yes, it can be wielded for nefarious purposes, but it also has the power to affect positive change, like feeding the hungry or sheltering the homeless. Money is a tool, and it's our decisions that determine its impact. How many times have you heard the adage, "It's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter heaven"? It's a common refrain, but it's time to reconsider its implications. If the wealthy can't enter heaven, does that mean poverty is the only path to salvation? Let's rethink what we believe, because most rich folks work hard and are honest. That's why many trust them. Would you want to do business with someone shady? Probably not. So why think others would? People trust the rich because they're reliable. Sure, there are some rich people who cheat, but most aren't like that. Sometimes the news talks a lot about a rich person doing something wrong, making it seem like all rich people are bad, but that's not true. So let's say, I'll be a good rich person. I've met good and bad rich people, just like I've met good and bad not so rich people. So let's rethink this, because you don't want to become something you don't like. If you don't like rich people, you probably won't become one. How about looking at things differently? Another question is, do rich people go to heaven? Think about it. God owns everything, including all the money in the world. The Bible says, silver and gold belong to God. Now, why would a God who has everything want his children to suffer? We need to change how we think, because the God in the Bible is full of love and wants good things for us. Now listen up, this is important. Money should be in your bank account or wallet, not in your heart. Repeat after me. Money goes in my pocket or bank, not my heart. When you use money for good things, it can even help your soul, like helping people who need it. Some people only pray for themselves, asking for their own needs. But what if God wants you to help someone else? If he wants you to support a missionary far away, what will you do? It's time to think beyond yourself. You're not selfish, just a bit mixed up about money. When you pray, ask God to make you financially secure so you can live well and help others too. So, let's clear up two big misunderstandings. Let's debunk two misunderstandings: the idea that all wealthy individuals are dishonest, and the belief that they don't find their way into heaven. Are you with me so far? If you get it, give me a thumbs up. Now let's dive into an important lesson about money. Money doesn't tolerate disrespect. It's a great servant, but a terrible master. You must learn to control it, or it will control you. Learn to intentionally manage your finances, knowing exactly what comes in and goes out each month. Be aware of your fixed expenses and try to cut down on any unnecessary costs. Now, about credit cards. Many families fear them because they see the credit limit as an extension of their income. But that's not the case. Here's the deal. If you max out your credit card and spend more than you earn in a month, you're setting yourself up for financial trouble. Before using your credit card, ask yourself, do I really need this? Most of the time, you'll realize that what you're about to buy is unnecessary. I've never heard of anyone going into debt because they needed groceries for the month. But I've seen plenty of people rack up debt buying things like new gadgets, TVs, or clothes they didn't really need, just because they felt like it. Some people have a habit of overspending, and if you want to build wealth, you need to break free from that cycle. However, if you're content with staying financially strapped, then you don't need to change a thing. That's the path you'll keep following. Here in Brazil, we often say that credit cards offer a quick fix, a temporary solution to a problem. But beware, because what seems like a favor from your credit card today can turn into a headache later. Now, let's talk about the 4 levels of our financial life. I'll break them down for you, and you can see where you stand, all right? The first financial level is the toughest. Imagine getting your monthly pay, only to realize you've spent more than you earned. The numbers just don't add up. You make $2,000 but end up spending $2,500. It's a sleepless night kind of situation. Truly unfortunate. It tears families apart. I've witnessed many relationships crumble, not due to lack of love, but because of constant arguments over money. It's time to take our finances seriously. Now, on to the second level, spending everything you earn. You get your paycheck, manage to clear your debts, but there's nothing left, not even for a treat. This financial setup needs fixing too, because this isn't living. It's merely surviving, don't you think? Moving on to the third level, things improve slightly. You receive your pay, clear all debts, manage to save some money, but then you're unsure what to do with it. Often this surplus gets frittered away on trivial things or just sits in a savings account, losing value to inflation every passing day. Now, onto the fourth and optimal financial level, one I recommend to all. You get your salary, cover all expenses, save some money, and this surplus becomes a catalyst for growth. In my experience, years ago, before I became successful, I took my surplus and invested in products to resell, turning $50 into $100. I multiplied my earnings through entrepreneurship. But if entrepreneurship isn't your thing, learning how to invest is key to reaching level 4 in your financial life. Before you dive into growing your money, ensure you have some left over. Once you do, let's aim to make it grow. Invest in stocks with potential for growth or real estate funds for variable income. Yes, the profit might be higher, but there are more risks involved. Alternatively, opt for something less risky with lower profit margins. Remember, some profit is better than none. Consider treasury bonds for a safer option. Later, hop onto YouTube to learn more about wise money investments. A good investment should tick 3 boxes: safety, profitability, and liquidity. Now, let's delve into the world of money. Money operates on 5 levels. Don't confuse these with financial levels. We've already covered those. Subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on future videos. It wouldn't make sense to watch this far without subscribing. If you're still here, it's because it's making sense, and subscribing will make even more sense. Let's break down the 5 levels of money. First up is earning. This is crucial. Find ways to bring in money, because without it, nothing else matters. Second is investing. Got some extra cash? Allocate a portion to investments. Even starting small can make your money grow over time. Third is saving. Before making a purchase, ask yourself if you really need it. Most times, you'll find you don't. I'm not saying to be stingy, but think twice about unnecessary expenses. Treat yourself occasionally, like grabbing a pizza, but avoid splurging on items you don't need. Next is setting aside a portion of your money, perhaps for personal giving. The money you save acts as a magnet, attracting even more money. Think about when you turn on the faucet at home. Water flows out and eventually finds its way to the river, which then leads to the sea. Water naturally flows where there's already water. Similarly, hatred gravitates towards those who harbor hatred, while love finds its way to those who embrace love. And money? Well, it tends to accumulate with those who already have it. Now, let's talk about personal tithing. When you set aside a portion of your money, you're essentially saying, I have money. And guess what? More money tends to follow. You stash away this money in an account, attracting even more wealth. But you might argue, I don't earn much, so there won't be anything left. Yet, if you're already earning little, setting aside just 10% won't make a huge difference. There are people out there who thrive on much less than what you earn. Now, on to the 5 levels of money. Most folks only let money circulate between earning and spending, never venturing beyond these 2 levels. But if you stick to this cycle, you'll struggle to get ahead. Let's delve into receiving money. How do you currently receive your income? Is it through a salary or profit? Here's the scoop. While many opt for a salary, profit reigns supreme. When you trade your time for a fixed salary, you're essentially capping your earning potential because time is finite. But with profit, the sky's the limit. Take selling a product, for instance. Your potential for profit isn't restricted by time like it is with a salary. Sure, some may balk at the idea of selling, but truth be told, we're all sellers in some way. Even as an employee, you're selling your time, and if someone's willing to pay for it, they're profiting from your service. Now imagine channeling that time and effort into something of your own. Embrace the art of selling. It's one of the most lucrative endeavors out there. Avoid trading your time for money, because time is a precious commodity that once spent cannot be reclaimed. Yet, many spend their entire lives toiling for a modest salary, forsaking their own aspirations in the process. That's why it's crucial to pursue your own dreams. Because if you don't strive towards your goals, someone else will hire you to fulfill theirs, and they'll reap the profits while you settle for a salary. To attract wealth into your life, you must master the art of giving and receiving. Some people love to give but hate taking help. They feel too proud to accept anything. Then there are those who are always taking but never give back. They're just okay. So, it's important to know how to give and take. It's like a wheel. If it's only half, it won't turn. For your money wheel to spin right, you gotta do both. Giving helps your money grow. It's like a gardener trimming trees to make them bloom more. Sometimes, you need to cut back on spending to have more money later. Giving has two sides. Helping those who need it and being nice to friends. It's good to do both. If you only help the needy, you might think you have to be needy to get help. But if you help everyone, you show that you can receive help anytime. Now, let's talk about taking. When someone offers you something, say thanks and take it. It makes them happy. If you say no, you take away their happiness. To keep money coming, keep giving and taking. Now, about work. Long ago, it was all about farming. Rich folks owned land and had workers. Then came the time of big factories. People left farms to work there, and money was everything. Now, everything's digital. Bill Gates said it back in '96, businesses need to be online or they'll fail. And that's true today. Look at how much of our lives are online. Shopping, eating, everything. If you're not online, you're missing out. Before, it was land and then money that mattered. Today, it's all about attention. Yes, attention. You can make money by getting people's attention on the internet. By creating content, you can make lots of money. Many young millionaires in today's generation are mostly content creators. The best example are famous YouTubers. Many people think you need a fancy education to make money. They believe if you're not a doctor or a lawyer, you're out of luck. But let me tell you, that's not the case anymore. Making money nowadays is more about the value you bring, not your credentials. Let me illustrate this with a different example. Imagine you're a baker. You make delicious pastries and sell them in your local community. You also set up an online store where people from all over the country can order your treats. While a doctor can only see one patient at a time, you can serve hundreds of customers online simultaneously. Now, let's talk about social media influencers. Ever wonder why some influencers earn more in a month than a doctor does in a year? Take this scenario. Imagine you're a popular YouTuber with millions of subscribers. A big company wants you to promote their new product in one of your videos. During the video, a small percentage of your viewers decide to buy the product. Even though it's just a fraction of your audience, because you have millions of followers, it adds up to a significant number of sales. And because you're driving so much business to the company, they're willing to pay you a hefty sum for your promotion. Compare that to a doctor who charges a fee for each patient visit. In the same amount of time, you could be making much more money as an influencer, impacting the lives of thousands of people with just one video. So you see, in today's world, the internet offers endless opportunities to make money and impact people's lives. It's not about your job title or your degree anymore. It's about the value you provide and the reach you have. If you can make a positive impact on the lives of many, you'll earn a lot of money. That's how the game is played now. Instead of complaining, learn to engage and participate. There's space for you too. That's why companies like Amazon, Facebook, and YouTube make billions each month. They touch the lives of billions of people. I understand you might not create the next Amazon, but you can become a digital content creator and impact millions through your content. I have more insights to share, but if I keep going, this video will get too lengthy. So, If you want a part 2, let me know in the comments by saying, like the video and want part 2. If you ask, I'll deliver it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and share this content with your loved ones, because good things are meant to be shared. Now, you'll see 2 videos on your screen that I've crafted with care. These videos are packed with valuable knowledge that can significantly improve your financial life. Click on one and dive in. Now.